Imagine finding the perfect apartment, let's say in Brooklyn, 60% below market rent, and then being told you have to pay $4,000 just to see it, not to rent it, just to look at it. This is actually happening in New York right now, and it's the strange new side effect of a law that was supposed to save renters money. So according to Bloomberg, a little over a year after the FAIR Act banned landlords 1 year mark of the FAIR Act, but the law shifted the broker fee onto the landlords. But if a landlord lists an apartment publicly and a broker is involved, the landlord now pays that fee, not the renter. So a lot of landlords have a simple response. Keep the apartment off market entirely. Don't list it publicly, fill it quietly through referrals, skip the broker fee altogether. One Brooklyn landlord who owns about 100 units said paying a broker fee is now basically a last resort for him. And honestly, from a business standpoint, it's a rational move, I guess, right? It's not a villain move per se. But those off-market apartments still exist. They're just hidden. So some brokers have now started collecting them, building a stash of secret listings, and telling renters, if you want access to these places that you can't find anywhere else, you have to hire me and pay my fee. And that is how you end up with somebody paying $4,000 just to see an apartment. Now, is that legal? I'm not an attorney or anything. This is just based on research and general knowledge on the business and whatnot. Partly. So you're allowed to hire your own broker and pay them to help you find apartments, including off-market ones. That's your choice. It's completely fine. But what's not legal, where this is scary, is the bait and switch. If a broker lists an apartment publicly and then tells you the only way to see that specific apartment is to pay them, that's illegal under the FAIR Act. So, in the case that Bloomberg reported, the renter had actually inquired about an apartment on Street Easy First, which is exactly the kind of situation the city says crosses that line. So what does that mean for you? If an apartment is publicly listed by the landlord's agent, you cannot be forced to pay a broker fee to see it or rent it, period. You can choose to hire your own broker for off-market help, but nobody can dangle one specific advertised apartment over your head to squeeze a fee out of you. If that happens, you can file the complaint with the city. You could probably even sue. And the FAIR Act just survived a federal appeals court challenge, so it is here to stay. So, you do have to adapt one way or the other, but it can't be, illegally. So, is charging someone $4,000 to look at an apartment shady? It feels that way, right? But it's also a predictable response to a law that moved the cost around, and a lot of it is technically legal. The key is just knowing